Hey Virgo, let's do your reading. This is just pre-shuffle, but I wanted to show you. It looks like somebody's either working really hard. This Eight of Pentacles is focused attention, okay? So it's dedicated effort, focused attention, and it looks like it's happening well into the night. So somebody's either or maybe not overthinking, but doing a lot of thinking, contemplating, or working really hard, okay? So I want to say, I just saw the Temperance card, so that's maybe just a gentle reminder to make sure you keep balance if you're doing that. Could also just be a way for you to, look at that, you're unbalanced. Crazy, right, when I was saying that, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So there's either there might be a strong quest for financial abundance, which, I think is a good thing. But there's a reminder coming in to make sure you take care of yourself. Stay balanced. You'll be more productive when you stay balanced and you nurture, you fuel yourself, you get proper rest. Memories don't get locked in without enough sleep, things like that. It's, it's not really debatable. But I do feel like you're putting in a lot of work or effort into something. Let's lay out a love spread, or we'll see. It might be a money spread, but let's see. Okay, that's my sign to stop. We got Page of Wands. So, wow, communication, Wheel of Fortune. Again, looks like some major... I mean, it looks like it's... Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of effort being put into something. Bottom of the deck. Ten of Wands. Not giving up. Wow. Yep. Some sort of big cycle. So this is crazy. The World card and the Wheel of Fortune. The World card is cycle's completion. You're trying to get through something, get something off the ground, get something going. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. Something that could be a return. It's fond memories of the past. It depicts childhood. So again, we have communication. Looks like twice we have communication. This one could be an apology, but some sort of solid offer. Interesting. Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, could be dealing with a Libra. We've got the Empress, the person that you're dealing with at the bottom here. What else? Wow, the Star could be dealing with an Aquarius, but the Star is a card of hope, healing. Picking up something else strong here from the Star card. Three of Cups, celebration, friendships. Interesting. Let's look at the recent past. Two of Cups. Two people who love each other. Two people who give. I don't know. I'm kind of getting maybe somebody needs to put a little more nurturing or time into someone else. Maybe too much is going into work and they're not balanced in, the other important pillars of life. Yeah, see, look. Something in the recent past, somebody was putting a lot of attention into something else. Because there's sadness here. We got Two of Cups and Five of Cups, which the Five of Cups is kind of like a Two of Cups and a Three of Cups. You got three spilled, two standing up. So something to do with not equal, and I think it has to do with money. Maybe just not, seems pretty congruent. Somebody just not balancing things. Avoidance. Seven of Swords there. I'm kind of getting like runner chaser energy here. That Knight of Swords definitely shows somebody coming in fast and furious. What else for the outcome? We'll clarify. We'll get deeper. Yeah, okay, so I felt this earlier. So it looks like there's an element of somebody not, okay, there's a little bit of there's an element of somebody just, putting a lot of focus on work or on money. And this is before clarifying. I just want to share before I lose it. But it cost a relationship, I think. It cost other areas of life, right? So there's something the Queen of Swords sometimes represents for me where you can learn to compartmentalize. Like, your stuff at work's going to be there later. So when it's time to clock out, or, I know some of you are probably, trying to build your own empire, but when it's time to be done with that, and then when you get to where you're supposed to be spending time with your loved ones or your family or your health or whatever, you compartmentalize the work stuff. You put that aside, knowing it'll be there in the morning when you go back to it, but you don't let it bleed over into your other areas of life. You spend that time focused attention. This is all about focused attention. Has been an issue. It looks like it caused a relationship or caused damage, or for someone to feel like they weren't getting, enough. Yeah, what did I just say? It caused damage. It caused a tower. All right, and so this keeps coming up, and I do think this is an apology. Looks like you're going to get an apology. Or you need to apologize, depending on which side of this you're on. Okay, so let's clarify. Wow, did y'all see that? Super strong. Major. Somebody's going to come in, I think, with the explanation and apology, which is so interesting. Make sure you don't block it if you want it, okay? Sometimes we get into that resentment place where we're mad, and then they try to come back and we're pissy. Don't be pissy. Yeah, be open. You've got a new love. This might be somebody new, but you definitely have a return and an apology. I mean, this card, did y'all see that? How many times this card showed its face to me? Several times, and then flipped out when I put it back, and now here we are with this one again. Don't block that apology. Don't block that offer. Hear it out. Let it see how you feel. Don't decide what you're going to do or what you're going to say before it happens. Just see what happens, and then you can decide, right? There's also an element here of not giving up, though. I'm not saying let somebody treat you badly. I'm just saying decide clearly what you want. Don't wait for anyone. Always move on with your other stuff, right? Don't disempower yourself by not having anything else going on. And that way it won't be so touchy. And when you do hear an apology, you'll be more, if you're in a good place, you handle things that happen better. Okay, tell me about that. Wow, look at that. So there's an element of being hurt, and if this isn't something, if this is somebody that you guys need to be done with and you're over it, then ignore that part of the reading, or maybe this isn't even your reading. Okay, I certainly don't want to talk you guys into staying with someone that you shouldn't be staying with. So the Three of Swords is heartbreak. So somebody looks like they're afraid to be hurt again. And this is saying, communicate it. Communicate that at the right time when given. I don't want a repeat, So let's look at the Six. I want to see, because I'm kind of picking up some new energy too. What's the Six of Cups? Yeah, again, I feel like there's a vibe of blocking something that you really want. The Judgment card. It's interesting. Tell me more. Oh my gosh, I put this Here it is again. So it's coming in fast. You don't expect it. And then there's this again. Oh my gosh. And then there's this again. But so here's what I'm feeling. I feel like somebody's going to be, there's going to be a return and an apology, and somebody's going to be in a mental, this is, I think the warning is that, you know, somebody's going to be in a mental space of not being open to it. But I feel like it's because of pride and ego. And maybe a fear of like losing yourself again, or indecision. So I think I'm going to grab some oracles that will help us, but I think your job is to not plan what's going to happen. Your job is to do the things you need to be doing, taking care of yourself, your health, your wealth, your happiness, and being in an empowered place. Yeah, finding your footing, your balance. Again, what did I just say? Finding your footing and your balance. Look, he's balancing on one foot. Tarot blows my mind. It blows my mind. Okay, let's see. Let's get an oracle. How about a blast from the past? Don't trip. I guess what I'm saying is don't trip this person up. Don't pull the rug out from under them if they want to make it better. That's all I'm saying. That's not all I'm saying, but that is one thing I'm saying. Wow. This person triggers you probably. They probably trigger some past wounds. So typically when we really have a hard time dealing with someone's rejection, or, you know, when we really have a hard time dealing with something and we fester and we can't get over it, typically it's something that's triggered something from your past. It's typically not about the present person, even though it seems like it, but subconsciously our minds have, our memory has all these stored memories, and it associates certain closeness and certain connections with disappointments of the past. And so it's always looking for, ways to protect us. So your instincts may be to block, whether it's new love or a return. So, I mean, maybe there's a new soulmate coming in, but whether it's new or old, you've got to make sure you're not blocking it. Okay, because this looks like it's talking about the old. Time apart. Don't be afraid of space either. Let there be space. Space is sometimes the best thing. Yep, look. Wow. Very soon. Oh my gosh. I have chills. Soulmate. Separation, time apart is on the horizon. And then reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. And very soon. But this is what I said. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you. And so you're not undecided. If you want this person, then don't block it. Okay? Let them, give it a chance. You don't have to, you don't have to have the whole thing forever and ever figured out, but give it a chance. Okay? Should we get one more? Should we get one more? Let's get a spirit message for Virgo. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. That's a good one. Powerful. Whoa. Okay. Fairness. I almost put this back. Well, I read it and then I put it back. It says okay, so you could be dealing with the Libra. I don't know. I kept feeling that. We also have Sagittarius. We have Libra twice. We have Aquarius, Virgo, of course, Sag. We have everything, but I'm reading, but this has got it having a pretty strong Justice, Libra vibe. Okay, so something about boundaries. And I want to read this one too. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Remember that everyone is dealing with what they have and what they can and what their experiences are, you know. So we learn and we grow from challenges. You guys, please make sure you're getting morning sun on your face if you can every day. Forward motion and morning sun can help set your circadian rhythm, and it's going to help your hormones and your moods and your productivity, and it's like a miracle drug. Sunshine, God's gift. Okay, all right, I'm going to do an intention for you guys in the comments. Please hit like, and if you please subscribe if you're not, and also tap the bell so you get all the notifications. So sometimes it's defaulting to a different category or something. And then I'm going to put an intention in the comments. You guys can write your own intention, or you can thumbs up or say I receive or I accept or whatever, to be included in that. And remember, when you guys put an intention or something positive like that in the comments, these videos circulate all over the world. So you've got your intention in there circulating all over the world. So write your own, or if you don't want to, just say yes, or just be included in the one that, you know, I'm going to say set one for all of you, and I'm going to put the glow on you guys when I do it. Surround you guys with love and light, and visually. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the comments. Bye, Virgo.